That is, oh my God, that is massive. Let's take a look. There's the ping. Give me 2 seconds. 326.1 total, 310 carry. In today's video, I am going to get you hitting the ball straighter and further, not just with driver, but with every club, even though today we are focusing more on driver. Now, if you look at the best players in the world throughout history, not just modern day, they all do this very similar movement through the hitting area. Now, here's the thing. I see so many amateurs do kind of the complete opposite of this movement, and it makes them super inefficient. They lose loads of distance, and ultimately their accuracy goes a little bit all over the place. Now, the other great thing about today's video is I have the TrackMan out right there. We're going to be hitting Pro V1s. We're going to be getting some data so you can see some physical numbers. So what is this move that we see amateurs do that absolutely hurts them when it comes to the driver? Well, from the top of the backswing, as they start down, what we see most amateurs do is they work their shoulders extremely level. So as they come through the shot, it's as if they're trying to turn as much as possible, but the shoulders end up being just too flat through the hitting area. As a result, their angle of attack gets very steep on the ball. They end up swinging very much out to in, so they'll swing left on it, and from there, you're going to launch the ball very low. You might hit it high in the face so it skies up. You might hit massive slices, massive pulls. It's going to go all over the place. It's going to be very inconsistent, and that'll look something along the lines of this, to where you go to the top, shoulders very level as you come down. Now, if I hit a shot for you, today we're using Pro V1s. We've got the TrackMan out, and you can see some real life data. So if I give you a go what that would look like, you can now see as I do this, how that is very flat, very around. Ultimately, it's not going to be the greatest flight in the world. And as you can see with the numbers popping up on the screen right now, it's not very far. It's not optimized. I did a bit of a banana shot right there, so it's definitely finished, maybe right rough, maybe even in the trees. So if that's not what we're looking to see, what are we looking to see? So what we're trying to see is actually a lot more angle to the shoulders on the way down. And this is something that you can see that is extremely common out on tour. I'll flash up a couple of videos for you right now. And even if you go all the way back to the greats like Hogan, Nicholas, to the modern days superstars like Hovland and players like that, you're going to see a lot of shoulder tilt right here. Now, the reason for this is because they are using their body extremely efficiently. So let me just run you through what's sort of happening from the top of the backswing. So from the top of the backswing, they are shifting. Actually, they start to shift technically a little bit earlier around left arm parallel, but they start to shift back towards the target. As they then shift, their right shoulder will start to work into right bend, and then they start to push out of the ground with their left side. As they push out of the ground, you can see the left shoulder then works up and out. So it's a combination of the right shoulder dropping down into what we class as right bend, and the left side pushing in and out of the ground to then achieve this great tilted position. So it's a really dynamic, athletic movement. Now, let me just hit a shot for you right now, and let's see what the difference in distance and angle of attack and launch angle is between what I just did and what I'm about to do right now. So if I set up here, I'm going to be trying to exaggerate this great movement, see what I can do, and then we'll go into some ways that you can implement this into your own swing. So if I set up right here, let's see if we can give this one a nice old whack. So if I now put the two data points next to me on the screen, we can see some huge differences. And ultimately, this is because I have just moved my body far more efficiently and in a way that is going to optimize out impact. Now, you might get bigger distance gains, you might get different results to me, more or less, but ultimately I guarantee you, if you start to move your body more efficiently, then you are going to hit the ball way further. So let's run through some drills, and then at the end of it, I'm going to give it everything I got, and I'm going to see how much distance I have in the tank. So the first drill that I'm going to go through is the chopsticks drill. Now, this drill is great because you can do it anywhere. First and foremost, I love the drills to be done at the golf course, but also at home, and also is going to give you direct feedback as to whether you're doing it right. So what you're going to do is you're going to take one alignment stick and place it through your belt loops like so, hopefully a little bit more gracefully than that. Second alignment stick is going to go on your shoulders just like so, and you're going to have the majority of it pointing away from the target. Now, get into your golf posture, add your little bit of tilt in there. Now, turn to the top, and as you start down, you want to have that little shift into your left leg. You can see I'm pushing into the left leg, and then as I start to turn through, I want to feel like I can hit this alignment stick just before impact. So this is simulating the downswing. Now, as I do that, what you will notice is I really start to push out of the ground. The left shoulder is working back and up, but my right tilt is dropping me down here to where I can hit that alignment stick. You can really see some awesome tilt to my shoulders. Now, if you imagine that was a golf club there, I would really start to be hitting up, maybe even a little bit from the inside, getting us that nice high draw. So just do that a couple times for me. go to the top, shift down, feel that right bend kick in. You'll start to feel it in the right side of your body. That's the right bend. You'll also start to feel it, which is the crucial thing, of the left shoulder working up and back this way. This is going to be the thing that you can really start to exaggerate to add some speed in there. But you can see, really simple drill that's going to develop the feel for you. Now, let me demonstrate this with what it would feel like with the club in my hand. So I'll be going to the top, shifting down. As I shift, the right shoulder is going to drop, and you can see this is getting me into this position to where the left shoulder is clearing, the left side's elongating, and ultimately is getting me into a great position to where I can then hit up on the ball, take a little bit of loft off, optimize out my launch, hit the ball nice and far. Let's give it another go. Let's see what the TrackMan numbers say on this one. I'm going to try and give it a bit more juice than the last one, and let's see what happens right here. So now as I flash the numbers up on the screen, not too sure what happened there, didn't quite pick up the angle of attack, but we can see an extra 2 yards, we'll take that, but very similar in terms of launch angle. So you can see we're starting to get some consistency now in the distance that we're producing, and ultimately this is what we want to do. We want to be consistent with our delivery. The chopsticks drill is going to teach you this movement, but now we can start to put our focus on a little bit more the left side of the body, which is going to be clearing that left shoulder out of the way. So let's now run through 2 drills that are going to help you actually develop how this left side should be moving through impact. And we know from what we said earlier that we want the left side very much working up and out of the way, extending into this awesome position. This is going to help us produce that beautiful tilt in the shoulders that we want to be seeing. So the first drill was very, very simple. I like to do these with an alignment stick. You can do this one with a golf club. Grab an alignment stick and just pop it on your shoulders. Now from here, we're going to put the emphasis on this end closest to the target. Set up to the golf ball, and then from there, make a swing. And as you sit, push into the left leg, you then want to feel like you can get that tip of the alignment stick pointing up and behind you as fast as possible. And the faster you push out of the ground and you get that left shoulder working, the more speed you'll be able to generate. Also, what you'll find is, like I said, everything in golf has sort of an equal and opposite reaction. Watch what happens to the right shoulder as I get the left shoulder working out. The right shoulder starts to drop down as well. So these two things go hand in hand, and they're both crucial. You can start this off by going nice and slow, trying to get the left side back to a nice straight position right here, left shoulder up and behind me, and just keep doing that motion. Then when you start to feel a little bit more confident, then you can start to gradually increase the speed and try and do it in one fluid motion. This one is going to transform how you get through the ball. So what I want you to do is treat this like a driver. You are going to set up as if you're about to hit a shot, then from there lift the alignment stick up and bring it so it's in line with your trail big toe. Now as you do this, we are going to slide this as close as possible to the trail big toe. Now the thing is about this alignment stick is it's gonna flex as we do this. It's gonna provide resistance. So this is why it's awesome. It's a little bit of sort of resistance training trying to get us out of the ground. So as I drag this through, because it's providing resistance, you can see it's wanting to clear my left side up and out of the way. Now the second reason why this is awesome is as it has this resistance and it flexes, when we release it, it gives us that element of whipping the club through with some real speed. So just try this for me. Set up there, have it in line with that trail big toe, drag it through and go through to a nice high follow through position. Really try and feel what that left shoulder is doing. Also in the back of your mind, feel what the right shoulder is doing. The left shoulder is going to go up and back. The right shoulder is going to go down and towards the golf ball, providing us with that beautiful tilt that we want to be seeing. So do this a couple times. 1, 2, one more time. 3, and you can see as I'm doing that, I can get a little bit out of breath because it's going to help me develop a little bit more speed. Now I guarantee you, if I now grab the driver and I hit a shot, which I'm about to do, I guarantee you're going to see a little bit extra club head speed. So after those drag through drills, my heart rate is up. I'm probably talking a lot faster because I'm energized, I'm ready to go. I'm going to try and hit this one as hard as I can. I've even brought the phone down here so I can report the live number to you. So let's give this one a hit. This is going to be sort of a backbreaker right here. Let's see if I can really crank it and I can get it as far as I physically can. So I'm going to be really feeling like I'm exploding out of the ground. Left shoulder's working up and back. Naturally the right shoulder's going to be dropping. Talking very fast. Let's give this an absolute whack right here. That is, oh my God, that is massive. Let's take a look. There's the ping. Give me 2 seconds. 326.1 total, 310 carry, 5.2 angle of attack, 15.8 launch. That's everything I've got right there. So there you have it. I think I've just put on 56.7 yards. Now, obviously the bad swing was a big over exaggeration. It was never going to go as far as the other ones, but you can see it is crucial that you get this sequencing right. If you do get the sequencing right, you're going to unlock distance that is already there. The first part of actually hitting the ball further is not necessarily increasing your club head speed. It will increase if you move your body more efficiently, but actually it's about optimizing out your strike. So hopefully you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, please give it a like and subscribe, and I hope to see you back here soon.